Welcome to Balance Body and Beyond. Today, we are going to do our traditional yoga flow using all our common yoga poses, but then we're going to infuse a special layer of core strengthening exercises in. So when you are done, you feel energized, you feel like you've gotten a full workout in from stretching to strengthening. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button right below, roll out your mat, and join me for a wonderful practice. We're going to begin laying down on our backs, letting our arms rest alongside our body. You might shut your eyes or just drift your gaze to the ceiling. Bring your lips together and begin inhaling and exhaling solely through your nostrils. Let's clear our minds, tune out any distractions. Just take a short little clip of time here to decompress and let go of any worries or burdens. When you inhale, go ahead and pick your fingertips up, spread them wide. Exhale, relax your hands back to the mat. And you can do the same thing with the feet as far as spreading your toes, flexing your feet, just a little activity through our toes and our fingertips. Exhale, release. Well, hello, Oliver. You're joining us. Stretching through your fingers and toes, through your palms, through the bottoms of your feet. Inhaling, exhaling. Getting present, most importantly. One more big breath in and maybe a sigh out. An audible sound as you exhale. And you can do that whenever you feel the urge. We'll walk our feet in towards our hips and pick our hips up for a bridge. Pushing through the bottoms of your feet, lift your hips. Exhale down. Inhale, lift your hips, and exhale down. So warming up with our bridges to begin. And with these bridges, we're gonna add in alternating arm overhead reaches. So pick your hips up and hold. Now as your hips come down, bring one arm overhead. As your hips come up, bring the arm back alongside the body, and then we'll switch. Hips down, arm overhead, hips up, both arms rest alongside your body. Your gaze is to the ceiling, your chin is tucked in, your toes are spread, and you're pushing through the entire surface of your foot. Lift your hips and hold. Both arms alongside your body, and we're gonna pick our left leg up. Cross your ankle over your thigh, open your hips. So you're in a single leg hip lift right now with a hip opening position in this figure 4, and I'm gonna begin pulsing my hips up and down. Small movement up and down. Inhaling and exhaling through your nostrils as always. Feel the work through your right hip. Your right foot is grounded into the mat, utilizing all those muscles around the ball and socket joint of the right hip. Lift your hips and hold, and then lower your hips down. Now we're gonna keep this figure 4. Take your hands, reach behind your right thigh, and pull the legs in. So you feel a really nice stretch now on the outside of your left hip. Straighten the right leg. Drive the heel up, you get a little hamstring stretch. Maybe you take your hands up higher towards your calf and pull in there. Now that's a really far stretch. You might have the ability to do it. You might leave your hands where they were. Untangle the legs, both feet flat on the mat. And now pick up your right leg and cross your ankle over your thigh. Lift your hips And we'll do these small pulses, pushing off the back of your shoulder. Now, even though you're moving those hips slightly up and down, we are not asking you to arch your back. You're going to maintain a small pelvic tilt, drawing the front of your pelvis to your chin, and you're driving through now your left side. You feel the sole of your foot pushing heavily into the mat, like you're making an imprint on your mat with the foot. Getting warmer and warmer. Hold your bridge, hold still. Then lower the hips down. Pull both legs in towards the body with the figure 4. Reach behind your left leg. My fingers are interlocked. And we'll take this stretch here. Big breaths, full complete breaths into your belly, into the whole body. What goes in though must come out, so really long exhales. Straighten your left leg. You can keep your hands where they are, or maybe you have the range of motion to reach higher. Well done. Untangle the legs. Let the legs go flat out on the mat. Arms reach overhead, full body stretch here. And then we're going to reset, getting ready to do some core exercises. We're going to walk the feet back into the hips, and we're going to begin to scissor the legs. One leg down, one leg up. Now, I'm going to start with some heel taps, and then I'll let the heels drift a little farther to increase the resistance. You can stay here as the baseline, or move the legs together, double heel tap, and then up. Now, if we want to put more attention into technique and form, you can take your hands out in front of you and then stop the knees from coming in any closer. And that's going to increase the resistance and really work the appropriate muscles. Again, you can do this with single leg, just like that, or stick with the double leg. How about 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees into the chest, reach behind the legs. You can pull the knees out wider, opening your hips. And now join the knees together, straightening the legs. Arms can rest alongside the body. You're going to do a scissor flutter. So crisscross flutter with the legs. And now slowly start dropping the legs a little closer to the floor. Awesome. And you come down as low as you can without the lower back picking up off the mat. If you start feeling pain or discomfort in the lower back, you bring the legs up higher. You might even bend the knees a little. Awesome. We're going to go a little longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet flat. Lift your hips for bridge. Take a stretch to the front of your body, but it's a working stretch. And we're going to go for a little march. We did some single leg work already, so we're used to that. Little march. So we are getting a nice stretch to the front of the body, but we are still working. Hips up, push off the back of your shoulder. Your foot doesn't have to come very high. For 10, 9, 8. Now your pace may be different than mine, but at least you got a clock counting down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet down, hips down. Awesome job. Pick your knees up, send your arms wide. We're going to drift both legs to the left side. And then pick up and return to that side. So we're only going to work one half of the body. As the legs move to the side, your gaze can stay at the ceiling, anchoring your entire body from the back of your head to your tailbone to the mat. Both shoulders stay in contact with the mat. So that might dictate how low the legs come to the floor. The moment you feel your shoulder picking up, do not drop any lower. Well done. Let's switch sides. Gaze to ceiling. Great release of the lower back. Down and up. Super job. Squeeze your knees and ankles together. I see a lot of folks want to separate their feet and knees when they do this exercise. But see if you can engage the inner thighs a bit more. Squeezing together. We have 2 more. Awesome. Feet down. Hug one knee into the chest. Let's come into a seated position. It's nice to see you guys. We're going to take child's pose. Now our core work is not done. We'll start with our hips back in child's pose. Shift your weight a little bit side to side. Hold your child's pose. Forehead can rest heavily on the mat. And then we'll glide our body weight forward. As our body weight comes forward, you're going to lower your body weight down to the mat. Now hold here and squeeze your arms in really tight to your body. Push up, hold, and then come back down. Whoa, all of a sudden we were doing push-ups, but we're going to work full range. So from a kneeling plank, bring your body all the way to the mat. Push up, ton of tricep work. Now you could box out your body a little bit to make this more achievable. You could be on your toes as well, but I'm going to choose to be on my knees. Chest and hips come up off the mat at the same time and land at the same time. So your core is buzzing like crazy, holding a really nice plank position. Your arms are firing up with these full range push-ups. One more and hold. Take your child's pose, point your toes, push your hips back to the bottoms of your feet. And glide your body weight forward. You're going to take downward dog, toes tuck under, hips come up and back. Gaze to your toes, to the back of the mat. We'll take a moment to pedal out the feet. Are your fingers spread wide? Are you pushing into the entire palm? Hold here in your downward dog. And we'll walk our feet forward. Let's hold in this forward fold. This is a great opportunity to take a big breath in and make that audible sound out. There's just something so remarkable when you add that sigh, when you add that audible sound in your exhalation, it's a bigger release. At least that is my experience. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. And then we're going to take our feet just a little wider. Fingertips reach to the ceiling. We're going to exhale, and then as we inhale, we're going to reach to the side and then switch. Now we're going to incorporate some balance work here because you have the option to lift your foot, come down, lift your foot. Option to keep your toe on the mat. See if you can maintain your balance. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Draw your bellies in. Reach right out through your fingertips. Ground down with your standing foot. One more on each side. We're going to come up the middle. Inhale. Open your arms wide and step your feet out into a plie squat. We're going to get a little rib movement as we reach side to side, palms up. But feel your body slide, rib cage, from one side to the next. Even if your body really doesn't do this, you can make the motion and connect with the sensation of trying to make this movement. It all begins with an intention. It all begins with the effort and desire to try. Hold, fingers at temples. If your legs are getting tired, you could stand for a moment and then come back down. And now we'll go side to side, elbow to your thigh. So our thighs are working, getting a nice side bend here. Abdominal strengthening as you pull your rib cage down towards your thigh. Keep your chest lifted and your gaze straight forward. I feel this. Hopefully you do too. One more. Hold. Inhale up. Step to the front of your mat. Feet together. We'll take a little flow here. Inhale. Chair pose. Exhale. Inhale. Chair pose. Exhale. Big arm circles. Getting warm. Up and hold. Swan dive down. Holding your forward fold. We're going to twist side to side. Bring up your left arm, bend your right knee, gaze upward, and then switch. So we're not going to hold this terribly long, maybe just like 2 seconds. Keeping it flowing. But you know, you can do this however you want. If you'd prefer to hold it for longer, you may. I'm just here to help guide you, give you suggestions, but this is your time on the mat. So you make your practice what you need to make your practice. Honor how you feel today. Bring both hands down. Inhale, half lift and stretch. Shoulders pull away from ears, and then pull your chin inward, like you're trying to create more chins. Perfect. As we fold down, we're going to take both feet behind us. And with both feet behind us, we're going to push our hips back and then rock forward. We've entered another core exercise. Back and forward. Now, if that's too intense, you just drop to your knees and you can do hip rocks from your knees. So some nice knee flexion and extension. Strong cores as we move through our plank. And hold your plank. We're going to come to our knees and we're setting up a side plank. Pick your left arm up and rotate to the side of the mat. Arm overhead. Leg lifts. Now, you can do this laying on the side of your body as another option. We're going to keep our legs straight, lift it up, and swing our arm behind the moving leg. So arm has a big swing, leg has a lift. Make sure you're rotating your left toes downward. Yep, chest up, oblique strengthening, really nice range of motion for our arm. Balancing here. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Go ahead and take your full plank if you can. If you need to stay on your knee, that's fine. Look to your top hand. And we're going to do small little hip lifts. Another option, keep lifting those hips, would be to work from your forearms. And just know that is yet another possibility. Small hip lifts, working this side. 5, 4, 3, 2. Many challenging core All right, let's take our palms back onto the mat in our high plank. Lower your chest down. Point your toes, lift your chest for cobra. You might stay here, or we're gonna lift higher. Up dog, down dog. Awesome, a little release. Walk your feet forward. Holding your forward fold, wrap your arms behind your legs. Enjoy the stretch, let your head hang. Maybe try pulling your chin in more to your chest, straightening your legs a little bit. Fingertips come down to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, chair pose, sit low. Remember those little kindergartner chairs we grew up with? How tiny are those chairs? Could you still sit in one today? Inhale, lift. Awesome job. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. As we fold, both legs move back again into our high plank. For this high plank, we'll drop to our knees for a moment, and we're going to try some shoulder taps. Fingertips to shoulders. You could try this onto your toes. We're going to keep our hips still. You could try tapping 2 times, see how that feels. Landing your hand very softly. All right, hold. We're gonna set up that side plank, picking your right arm up so the left knee can come down and your right arm is up. Look to your top hand, then pick up the leg. Big stretch to start, and then we move. Dial down the right toes. Feel that big pattern with the arm. Watch you don't start arching the back. Make sure your body's all in line. 3, 2, 1, hold. Now we're gonna set up the side plank. You might keep your knee down and we add in the hip lift. You can stay on your palm, or like I did before, you can work from your forearm. Both are great, but they are different. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, there's an end in sight, 2, 1. Roll to the front of your body, onto your palms. Ah ha ha, chest comes down. I invite you for cobra or up dog, and then settle into down dog. Let's pick our right leg up, gang. And we're gonna step through for warrior 1. So try to get your right foot to land where your right hand is. Plant your back foot firmly down. Warrior 1. Open your arms wide. We're gonna take some bows here. Now I want you to note your front knee stays bent. Open and close. Bowing and opening. Open and hold, stay here. Gaze to ceiling. Arms overhead. Hands come down. Both feet back, high plank. We're gonna flow down, chest to mat. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Well done. Right leg lifts. And step through, left leg, correction, left leg up, and step through for warrior 1. Just make sure it's the other leg, okay? Gotta hit both sides. Back foot grounded down, front foot pushing into mat. Shoulders relax. And then we can open up. We'll do the same bow as we did on the other side. Knuckles together, chin in. Inhale, open through your heart space. We're gonna work really hard at keeping the front knee bent and not rocking the legs, meaning straightening the front leg and then rebending it. Building some energy. Big movements. One more. Open and hold. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands down. Both feet back. Hold your high plank. You guys are doing an amazing job. Lower down. Cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet forward. Enjoy this forward fold here. Head hangs loosely. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Palms together, just the pointer fingers to the ceiling, and we'll take a side bend here. And center. And switch. And center. Arms relax alongside your body. We're going to take some balance poses. I'm going to encourage you maybe just to step in the center of your mat. And from here, we're going to cross our left ankle over our thigh. Now, if you have a wall, you might need to use the wall for some balance. Otherwise, we'll start here with our hips open, and then we're going to shift our hips back as if we were sitting into a chair like chair pose. But we have a hip opener. We practice this in bridge, same thing, but now we're incorporating it through balance work. And see if you can stand. So this is where that strength and core integration come in, moving through this pose. If this doesn't work for you, you can put your toe on the ground in front like this. Or you might find a way to cross your legs a little differently. You may choose to hold and not move through this. And both have their own set of challenges, holding and moving. But now I'll stay put. Awesome. Shake it out, and then we'll do the other side. Start with shoulders over hips, tuck tailbone under, align yourself, cross high or low, extend your arms. Focus, use your drishti. Your focal point is huge in maintaining balance. And rise. And if you tip out like I just did, don't get frustrated, regroup and try again. Keep going as I get myself organized. Doesn't mean you have to stop. You keep practicing. On the other side of frustration is freedom. Keep that in mind. Some days our bodies behave, right? Some days they just don't behave. We are human. Ups and downs, ins and outs. This one we're gonna hold. Woo! Guess I should not make sound effects. That probably doesn't help you out any. Yeah, nice. And untangle. Give the body a whole big shake. We're gonna come down on the mat and take our legs into a straddle. Little more core work here by twisting side to side. Hand reaches for the inside of your foot, and then center and switch. So while this is a magnificent stretch, it's also great core strengthener. We started on the mat, and we are going to finish on the mat. Hold. We're going side to side. See if one hand can come to your thigh and the other arm reach overhead. So find your thigh with your palm and see if you can feel the bicep come right over your ear. Chest is up. Flowing side to side. Also takes abdominal strength to transfer that upper body weight from one side to the next. Awesome. Inhale, up and hold. Both arms up. Hands come behind you so your fingertips point to your hips. Go ahead and cross your legs. And we'll do some hip lifts here, pushing the hips open, coming back down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. If your hips don't come up, just open through your chest, gaze to the ceiling. Feel the pressure pushing your palms into the mat, working through our arms. We did some tricep work with those push-ups earlier. So getting a double hit at the triceps here. One more. Hips come down. We're gonna lay flat on the mat again, like we did at the beginning, with our arms resting alongside our body. Eyes shut. Facial muscles relaxed. Feeling your heart rates come down. Being proud of what you just accomplished. The fact that you took time out for yourself. You moved your body. It's huge, just absolutely huge. Let's roll to the right side. And from the right side of your body, slowly press your hand into the mat to get you seated, crossing our legs. I thank you for being here today. I thank you for taking a time out and joining me on your mat. With that, I'll look for you again. Have a wonderful day.